Endeavor. The space shuttle about to carry the Tranquility node to the International Space Station, the final major piece of hardware built by the United States for this international partnership, tucked inside Endeavor's cargo bay. Again, just standing by now with about 6 minutes left before the liftoff of Endeavor. Weather is go for launch. The range is clear, and the emergency landing site in Europe is good enough to launch today as well. So again, everything looking pretty good for a liftoff here in about 5 minutes and 47 seconds. This 9-minute countdown again is where all of it comes together. The computers inside the Launch Control Center are controlling this countdown at this point. The launch controllers in the fire room monitoring their systems and can interrupt the countdown at any time should they see something they don't like. And we're coming up here on 5.5 minutes from launch. The orbiter access arm, the arm that the astronauts use to walk from the gantry over to the orbiter and get inside the side hatch, is now beginning its process of moving away from the orbiter as again the various arms and appendages clear their way to allow the launch to take place. We watch these events take place like clockwork. Now less than 5 minutes away from the launch of Space Shuttle Endeavor. At this point, the pilot throwing some switches in the cockpit to activate the hydraulic system of the orbiter. These auxiliary power units spin up their high-energy devices. 3 of them, all contained in an area about the size of a basketball, provide the mechanical energy that pressurizes the hydraulic system, which is used to steer the space shuttle main engines, so that allow them to swivel and steer on flight. It allows the hydraulic system is used for example, for the body flaps and the elevons that again continue, that are also used for steering the orbiter as well during landing. And so these 3 APUs are up and running at this point. There's a limited amount of fuel for these APUs, so they're started just before launch. And again, as these critical systems are fired up and ignited, monitoring their performance here, making sure everything's looking good before they actually fire the solid rocket boosters and lift off. Now less than 4 minutes away from the launch of Space Shuttle Endeavor. At this point, the external tank with its liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen, once the tank was full, these chemicals, these super cold chemicals, slowly boil off, and so they're constantly replenishing the tank to keep it topped off. Now as we get down to this final point before launch, the flow of hydrogen, the flow of oxygen is terminated, is shut down. The valves are closed, and the two tanks that make up the external tank as a whole are allowed to pressurize. So those events are happening now and over the next couple of minutes here, as we're now 3 minutes and 12 seconds away from the launch of Space Shuttle Endeavor. One of the next events happening here is that the fuel cells that power the orbiter, that use hydrogen and oxygen to create electricity, are now powering the orbiter instead of a supply of electricity from the ground. So, point by point, bit by bit here, this orbiter is becoming an independent vehicle, freeing itself literally from the launch pad and hopefully from the ground and Earth's gravity as well, as it begins its 8.5-minute climb to orbit. Now 2.5 minutes from the launch of Space Shuttle Endeavor. 6 astronauts on board, again ready to fly a 13-day mission to the International Space Station. If all goes well with this flight, they will come home safely Friday, February 19th, back here to the Kennedy Space Center in a night landing to bookend the night launch about to take place here and light up the sky. The orbiter test conductor for this flight now instructing the...
Open your door so the light will go off.
Shit.
What? So the light will go off.
So then the radio went off too.
So should anything happen on the way uphill, they shut their visors and start breathing oxygen.
Till you get out.
The final major swing arm that attaches itself to the space shuttle is from the vehicle at this time. That's the liquid or the gaseous oxygen vent arm. It's the big arm that sits in the very top of the external tank, and that is moving away as well now from the orbiter. So again, Pad 39A doing its thing to support this launch this morning as Endeavour now stands quite literally clear for launch in about 1 minute and 20 seconds. Again, now coming up on 1 minute before the launch of Space Shuttle Endeavour from Complex 39.
Oh, it's not bad.
Okay. Looks like it's right out there.
I'm not sure. I'm thinking it's over here. See where it's lit up? See, that's more the inland there. I'm not sure because there's A1A down through there, and that's I want to say it's up there. But it may I may be wrong. Whatever.
Well, I think it's kind of camera pointing out where that light is. So.
Yeah.
There it goes, right there.
Where?
Way out there where it's getting.
Oh wow! Look at there she goes. There it goes. It's up. What, 6 men?
Yeah.
5 men, 1 woman?
That's a big sky rocket.
Oh, thank you.
Look at that. Now watch it curve.
Right up into the clouds.
Right at the top. So we'll be in that above. Can you get it?
Taking a video. Took a video since I left.
You've taken a video. Look at the curve.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
You could even see the smoke.
Uh-huh.